When you up, that's the only time I love you, boy. They don't love you for real. For real, don't love you, boy. They gonna play that role because you up. These ain't your brothers for real, man. Fuck all that shit. Be faking and snaked out around this. And I peep all that.
Nah, for real though, I don't see why this is so surprising or new to y'all. Everybody jumping ship because this how the industry is. Nobody in the industry is gonna stick around you when you at your lowest. If they can't get clout, notoriety, money, fame, features, videos, something that they could benefit from off you, they're gonna jump ship.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, it looks like everyone's starting to notice the switch up going on in not just the music industry, but within Chicago as a whole and everywhere else when it comes to NBA Youngboy and the sudden craze for him that, to me, kind of came out of nowhere. Now don't get me wrong, Youngboy always had a social media and internet presence, but in real life, you wouldn't see too much people where I'm from listening to NBA Youngboy unless they were younger. I don't know what type of trance Youngboy has over these kids, but for some reason, they love him. To be honest, I don't agree with the message he sends out when it comes to the kids, because it's one of those situations where it's like he's leading the pigs to the slaughterhouse, meaning it's nothing but crash out activities that he's promoting, which will ultimately lead these kids into somebody's jail cell or cemetery before they even get to experience life. However, people are going to like who they like, and that's okay. Now on the flip side of that, we have Lil Zay Osama and King Von's baby mother Kima speaking on everyone who's choosing sides in Chicago in the music industry and sneak supporting Youngboy privately while acting like they're still down for Durk publicly. So they're calling him out, and I know a lot of the times we disagree with some of the things Lil Zay Osama say or do, but this time he had a good message when speaking on Lil Durk and how everyone's okay with supporting Youngboy now that Durk is gone. Now before we get into what Lil Zay Osama and Kima had to say, let me say this. Two things. Y'all gotta remember that before Durk and Youngboy started beefing with each other, they were cool. Not only were they cool, but almost everybody in oblock or Chicago period was listening to NBA Youngboy. So am I surprised that people are secretly still supporting Youngboy, whether it's listening to his music or whatever? No, because they were already fans before the beef, and they just had to act like they weren't while the beef was on. And to be honest, some of them probably feel, well, Durk ain't here, and it wasn't our beef really in the first place, so why not, right? Then you also got to think about this. The feds just put out paperwork of Durk allegedly giving out instruction on guys to go to oblock and catch anybody they see, but the only reason it didn't happen is because of the police that was around. So do you really think that these guys even care how Durk feel at this point after hearing that? I doubt it. So that's one thing you have to take into consideration, but the other thing also is that it's always been slick little tension between Durk, OTF, and oblock. So you can't expect them to be 100% on his side, especially if you don't know what's going on internally. But anyway, let's get into what Lil Zay Osama had to say, and then get into what King Von's baby mother Kima had to say in regards to everything going on. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm, and if you not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it. Now, Lil Zay Osama would take to his IG story with a message for the friends of Lil Durk, whether it's personal or in the industry, and caption it saying "Free Durk," and this is what he had to say.
Nah, for real though, I don't see why this is so surprising or new to y'all. Everybody jumping ship because this how the industry is. Nobody in the industry is gonna stick around you when you at your lowest. If they can't get clout, notoriety, money, fame, features, videos, something that they could benefit from off you, they're gonna jump ship. I don't see why it's surprising that everybody is on YB in the industry. That's how it goes. They only gonna f with you when it's beneficial to them. None of these ain't grow up with Durk. None of these niggas ain't friends or real homies with Durk for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Or they would never change, or they would never jump ship. Cause where we from, if you with me, my ops is your ops is mine. Some people don't look at it like that. Some people look at it like I with both parties, I ain't got nothing to do with it. And look, you not wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, shout out to the motherfuckers that still done stayed down for Durk, his real family and friends. You feel me?
Now in the next slide, he will have more to say as he captioned this same quote. But here's the truth. You can't let trends define your value. Real ones stay solid through every season. Don't chase the wave, be the wave. Stay consistent, stay focused, and keep working even when the crowd goes silent. Because when it's your time again, they'll all circle back acting like they never left. 100 emoji.
Hey, look, and understand this too. When you in the industry, just because we did a song together, just because we did a video together, just because we got features together, that don't mean your ops is my ops. That don't mean I'm gonna kill and die for you. That don't mean that. It's just business at the end of the day. So everybody that you see jumping ship and moving around, just because you seen them in pictures with Durk on songs and features with Durk and all that, that don't mean that that's his family. That don't mean that that's his real friends. So they not obligated to ride with Smirk. You get what I'm saying? On nothing. It's something in the industry that's cordial with both parties, and that's fine. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, everybody gonna have their time to shine. Everybody gonna go up.
Now, I'm assuming that the first video was mainly directed towards Lil Baby because, as y'all know, it came out about a day ago that Lil Baby unfollowed Lil Durk for whatever reason, and he was seen liking a performance post of NBA Youngboy. Now, honestly, I don't even know where that came from. However, who knows what type of friendship or relationship that Durk and Lil Baby had behind the scenes before everything took place. Remember, we seen them together a lot at one point, and then it kind of seemed like they were very close. But then suddenly we just stopped seeing them all together, and although everybody thought it was weird, we just didn't know what was going on. But then again, we're from the outside looking in. It could have been a personal thing way before this, and Lil Baby just chose to act on it and show the public now. Who knows? But at the end of the day, in response to what Lil Zay Osama said, for one, the music business is literally just that. Business. Them people at the labels really don't care about you unless you're making the money and you're only as good as your last song or album. The minute you stop performing, they get rid of you. Why? Because it's a music business. A lot of people forget the business part, and this is why you see these guys ending up in either bad deals or just not lasting long in the game because they're taking everything personal and thinking it's okay, forgetting the fact that it's a business and they have to make money. Of course, right now, everyone's going to jump ship because Durk isn't active. And I always say, no movement means you're stuck. Being stuck is equivalent to being dead. Right now, Durk's career is stuck because of his situation. So them people in the industry is going to go wherever the money is. It's just as simple as that. They don't owe you nothing. Now, as far as the industry friends, they're just that, industry friends. You may find one or two that's cool, but you didn't grow up with these people, so they don't owe you no loyalty. If they decide to be loyal, okay, that's cool. But chances of them doing so are slim because everyone's in the music business to make money. Now, when it comes to the personal people around Durk, that's different. If you supporting a man knowing we got real beef, then you have to be cut off. Simple as that. But like Osama said, a lot of guys are only with you when it's cool to be, when it's beneficial. The minute you're no longer around, they forget you. Out of sight, out of mind. And honestly, Durk don't have anyone to blame but himself. So youngins out there that glorify that lifestyle, please take heed because the same thing can happen to you, but worse. They doing him like that and he's basically a celebrity, how fast you think people will forget about you, right? Anyway, now King Von's baby mother Kima also had something to say in regards to people seeming to flip out on Lil Durk. She would take to Twitter and tweet, quote, "When Durk get out, stay y'all be on that side." Now, this one is kind of weird to me because I personally feel if King Von was still alive and seeing this post, he'd probably say, "What you on? What's to you?" right? Because I don't know what it is, but it seemed like since Vaughn passed away, a lot of people suddenly became pro Durk. I could be wrong, but from D-Thing baby mother Fat Fat to King Von's sister Kayla B to now Vaughn's baby mother Kima. It's like, where is all this sudden Durk support coming from? Right? It's kind of strange, man. But anyway, when it comes to NBA Youngboy and this whole situation, everybody's going to do whatever it is that's in their best interest. And not only that, but I always tell y'all, it's something about NBA Youngboy where I feel he's protected by whatever in that industry, and nobody could tell me otherwise. This man done been to jail more than anybody I know and beat almost every case. Hell, he was pardoned before he even went to jail. Right? So I don't know, but that's another story for another time. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. I'm out.